And NBC released its final poll among Arizona registered voters for the 2020 presidential race. According to an NBC Marist poll, it's showing a tight race. 47% of registered voters here in the state say they are supporting President Donald Trump. On the other side of the ticket, 48% of registered voters are backing former Vice President Joe Biden. Another 3% said they were supporting other candidates, and 2% said they were undecided. And voters here in Pima County are heading out to the polls as well. We've been hearing reports of long lines already at some locations. News 4 Tucson's Frankie McLister has been out since the polls opened up early this morning. Frankie, what have you been seeing so far today?
Good morning to you, Priscilla. Yeah, it's one of the 230 polling locations I'm standing at right now, Temple Emmanuel, off of Broadway and Country Club. And I mean, take a look behind me. There's actually one voter, seems like on his way out there, but I would say it's been quite slower, the traffic volume of in-person voters this morning. Here's more.
Well, certainly the thing that permeates our lives everywhere is the ongoing pandemic.
Which is why many have chosen to vote early or by mail in order to avoid those crowds. When polls opened at 6 a.m. this morning, over 90 million had already voted nationwide. And although the volume of in-person voters at this location is slow, the number of volunteers is not.
Since our primary election in August, thousands, literally thousands upon thousands of people have volunteered to be poll workers today.
And those poll workers were here and ready at 5 a.m. A few voters have had early voting ballots and simply just needed to drop them off. But for Karen Farrell, she voted directly in person.
It's important for everyone. That's what makes our country great, is people being able to vote.
Certainly what individuals need to do before they go to the polling place is find out what their proper polling place is.
And if you were confused on how to find your polling location, folks, we have all that information on our website, KVOA.com. And I want to mention that this is just one example of one polling place, but there are around 230 in Pima County. So we have gotten reports that others have experienced lines. Priscilla?
All right, thank you, Frankie. We are also keeping a close eye on the race for the Arizona Senate seat. Mark Kelly is battling incumbent Senator Martha McSally in a race Democrats almost have to win if they hope to gain control of the Senate. A win for Kelly would give Arizona 2 Democratic senators for the first time in more than 67 years. There are 2 major propositions that Arizonans will see on the ballot, Prop 207 and 208. News 4 Tucson's Daniel McFarland has an in-depth look at these proposed measures.
Today, Arizona voters are not just voting on the president and the senator, but we're also voting on 2 important propositions that will impact taxes in the state. Prop 207 will make recreational marijuana legal in the state of Arizona. If it passes, it will be taxed the same rate as alcohol, and a lot of that money will go to fund police, firefighters, and the highway fund. It would also allow people to grow their own plants and make smoking in public a petty crime. If this prop passes, Arizona will be the 12th state to fully legalize marijuana. Prop 208 is the other one, and that would increase income taxes on people making over $250,000. The tax rate would increase from 4.5% to 8%, and it will go to fund education in Arizona, focusing on K-12. If this prop passes, Arizona will be in the top 10 states with the highest income taxes on top earners. I will have a full update for you on both props at 5 p.m. and through the entire evening. For more on these props, visit KVOA.com.
And before you head out to the polls, you want to make sure you have the correct documentation to bring to those polling locations. The state of Arizona requires voters show proof of identification to verify who you are before you receive a ballot. Registered voters can bring one form of ID with a photo and address. This includes a driver's license, tribal enrollment card, or any government issued ID with a photo and an address. If you do not have a photo ID, you will need to bring 2 forms of documentation that does have your name and address. This includes your voter registration card, vehicle registration, or utility bills. For more information on those valid forms of ID, head over to KVOA.com/decision2020.